Today we're going to be reviewing the epic Batman Hush statue from Prime 1 Studio. That's up next. Alright guys, welcome back, and like I said, today we're going to be reviewing the Batman Hush statue from Prime 1 Studio. I've had 24 hours to look at this thing, and I cannot wait to talk about it today. I've got lots of things I want to share about this piece. I do have some opinions about this piece, and I also do want to show you some size differences between this piece and some of the other statues that I have in my collection, so you can see exactly how massive this epic piece is. And I'm still calling it an epic piece. That's what I called it in my unboxing. If you saw that already, it truly is an epic piece. It is a game-changing piece in my mind, and it is just absolutely fantastic. So anyway, I really want to get into that. I do ask, if you are not a subscriber, please hit that subscribe button down below. That does help the channel out tremendously. And also hit that notification bell. That does notify you guys anytime I put up new content, and I want that to be shared with you. So make sure you hit that notification bell, and please hit the like button if you enjoyed this content. It does help my channel out tremendously. So thank you guys so very much. All right, let's go ahead and start getting into the close-ups of this thing. Can't wait to show it to you. All right, guys, we're going to start the close-ups here. I want to give you kind of a faraway shot here, and then we'll kind of zoom in on the details. All right, so let's start with the base here. Now, this base, as I mentioned, is quite massive. This particular gargoyle, I guess, is taken directly from the comic, which I really appreciate. It's very well done. The base is detailed, but it's kind of simplistic as well. There are areas that are, it's basically just all gray, but there are areas you could see here where they painted kind of a muted and shiny black area. You can really see it here on top. It looks really good there. Hopefully you can see that really well on camera. But these two basically are exactly the same on this side and on this side. And I'll kind of show you some of the detail on the front. Looks good, and then I'll spin this around and show you some of the back details on this piece here. Sorry about the camera shake there. So again, you have that kind of that crumbly look here on the back. You do, of course, have the Joker gun, and I am hoping that this means that they will be doing a Joker as well. I really like that the flag kind of folds over and hangs. Now this is a plastic piece, so it is formed that way, but looks really good. Just kind of an Easter egg back there. I really appreciate that. And then of course we have the Batman logo here as well. And then I thought this was a nice touch too. We have some vinery here a little bit. So I think this might be a little bit of a nod to Poison Ivy, and also that Superman statue that also has the Poison Ivy attached. So I think it just helps tell the story a little bit more. It's kind of hidden back here, but I do appreciate it very much. Let me kind of zoom back here so you can see the whole back side of the base. Again, that gun is really cool. I do want to show you here, if I can get out of the shadows here. There is a peg right here. So it just goes into that real nice and easy like that. So just a cool touch in my opinion. All right, well, since we're back here, I'll go ahead and start with the boots as we go up. So you can see the blue here, and then you can see the level of shadows with the blacks. Looks really good, and it has a very good leather effect. You can see the wrinkles. This piece is fully sculpted, 100%. But as you can see, you can really see the wrinkling there. You can see. Do you guys see the texture there? I mean, it looks like leather. Really cool. Really cool. Let me go ahead and spin it around the front side here. The way he's hunched over, we are going to get some shadows, guys, so I do apologize with that. But let's go ahead and move up the leg a little bit. Okay, so look at the texture here. Make sure I get it in focus for you guys. The texture here is insane. How good it is. There, you can really see it. And it's got these stretch marks here of like the cloth. Just looks so good. And the way it's shaded, really impressive. Really impressive on the leg. All right, as we go up the body here, you're going to see the bat belt. It's really cool the way that they have it kind of bending there. I think that's really neat. Kind of like it's pressed up against his leg. And there is the bat bulge. Some of you might enjoy that out there, ladies, gentlemen. Look at the wrinkling here. I mean, look how good that is. Really impressive, right, guys? Really cool. Try to come around here a little bit so you can see. Really amazing muscles. Let me spin the belt around so you can see the back side of the belt. Nothing too exciting, but nicely painted, nicely shaded. Absolutely. As we get up into the fist area here, again, really impressive, nicely painted. Got some battle scars. It's really good. Now this one is holding the rope, so that's neat. Right there. This is real material, kind of like a springy material, and it just comes forward. This was in two connecting pieces. And let's look at the other hand here. Also really well done. Now this is a different batarang or grapple than the other one. You can see it's got some kind of silver areas, some gray areas. It looks more blended in person than it does on camera, so it doesn't have that that really abrupt line that you see on camera. It's more blended. But again, lots of details throughout the glove. All right, let's check out the abs here. Again, just incredible detail, incredibly well shaded. It's no oversprays. Everything looks good. The bat emblem there, very impressive. It does come up off the chest a little. There's a little 3D effect to it. It doesn't come off, but it gives you an idea. Let's look at some of the arm. Jesus, that is so awesome. I mean, look at that, guys. There's no fabric at all. This is fully sculpted. I just don't know how they do it. I know it's incredible art, incredible through ZBrush and everything else, but these artists, I tell you, they know what they are doing. Unbelievable. All right, let me come around the other side here and show you muscles. Looks really good. All right, I'll show you this first head sculpt here. This is the angry head sculpt. I really like this. This is either my favorite or second favorite. I'm not sure yet. I really love it. It's so well done. The 5 o'clock shadow, the teeth. I really feel like they captured Jim Lee here much better than they originally did. When they originally did the prototype, I feel like they've improved it a million times with this particular head sculpt. Absolutely amazing. I will tell you that the cape, it does help if you wiggle it in a little bit. I did find that helped me tremendously. Also in with the foot peg down here, just wiggle it. I know some people have said I can't get it down all the way, or I can't get the cape in all the way. Just wiggle it. That really helped me, and some collectors have messaged me and said, hey, that did the trick, thank you. So I just recommend that. So these heads just go into the slot here, and let me turn this guy around so you can see the size of this cape here and some of the details. I'll kind of zoom back here from it so you can see the swooping effect here. Again, just really well done. And let me go ahead and get some of the details in here as well so you can see. It's very leather looking. I mean, it's just really well done. I love the texturing. So much better than the prototype. Prototype originally was just kind of flat. There was no texture, very lifeless. This is full of life. This is not plastic, as far as I could tell. Definitely feels polystony to me. I don't know if polystony is a word, but just really impressive. Blacks and blues, maybe a little bit of whites as well, especially maybe on the tips a bit. All right, let me spin him around. Kind of show you this angle a little bit. Again, I don't think most people are going to display it turned around. I think most people are going to display it one of two ways. Now I'm going to zoom back here. This particular view, get it in focus for you guys, sorry. This particular view, I don't love this angle. I don't think it's all that great. I don't think it's all of that impressive, really. I feel like the angle that's the best is that right there. Just straight on. I think it looks really good. Absolutely fantastic. All right, I'm going to go ahead and switch it to the next head so you can see what that looks like. All right, guys, here is the next head. This is just kind of the stern, looking straight ahead. It's a very good head sculpt. I do feel like it is the least exciting of the three. His 5 o'clock shadow is not as dark. And again, somebody mentioned that there's a panel just like that in the book, which I really think is awesome. But let me kind of zoom back here so you can see what he looks like with just the regular face. Looks good. But yeah, I just think that other face looks a little bit better. All right, let me show you the exclusive. All right, guys, so here is the exclusive. It is that smirking head sculpt. Looks really good. I really like this one. Again, I'm not sure if this is my favorite or not, but let me kind of zoom back here so you can see the whole statue, what it looks like with that smirk. I don't know. I think I may be leaning a little bit more toward that angry sculpt as being my favorite. It's just really, they're both really well done. It's really impressive, but that smirk cannot go wrong. But I will say this, guys, too, if you can't get the exclusive and only the regulars available, you still have two amazing head sculpts. You know, I think you can definitely get by with that angry head sculpt, no problem. All right, so I'm going to show you now what the other swap outs are with the hands, and we'll do that next. I'll keep this same head sculpt in. All right, guys, so here is the other look. I've swapped out the hands here. Definitely a different look. Let me go ahead and show you kind of a close-up here of what that looks like. Really cool. Definitely a different batarang, but the glove itself, very similar to the others. It's battle damage, it's worn, it's got nice texturing to it. The batarang is definitely different, but really cool looking. And then over here, we have the kryptonite ring. Now, I did mistakenly say a Green Lantern's ring. That is not the case. It is a kryptonite ring he uses on Superman, so I did have that wrong from the unboxing at one point. But that's really cool. So let me go ahead and zoom back here again so you can see the whole statue. Looks really good like that. Kind of pan down a bit. Really impressive. Okay, so let me show you that with the other head sculpt too. All right, so here I am back with the angry portrait, and I did swap out the other fist, so it is no longer the kryptonite ring. So it gives you kind of an idea. I really like this right here. I feel like this is definitely one of the main options I would display the statue like. Angry face, holding the batarang. I haven't quite decided if I like the rope or not version. That's the one I was going to kind of go with because that's the way it is in the art. But I'm not 100% sure yet. I really like this. I think this is a money shot right here. Absolutely fantastic. Looks so good. All right, so that is basically the close-ups of this. That's all the swap outs that I have. What I would like to do now is show you some size comparisons with other Prime 1 pieces that I own, or maybe even some Sideshow pieces, just so you can see a difference in size between a 1/4 scale and a 1/3 scale and a 1/3 scale and a 1/3 scale. So let's go ahead and set that up right now. All right, guys, so here's the first one. You're going to notice the Batman is just insanely larger than the Batwoman here. It's just amazing the difference between 1/3 and 1/4 scale. But that is that one. Let me go ahead and show you one next that is going to be a 1/3 scale. All right, guys, so here we have Batman Hush next to Batman Noel. You can see that Batman Hush is way wider than the Noel piece, but Noel is a bit taller. So again, they fit together nicely. They're both in scale. Some people have maybe said that this Batman's a bit oversized. I don't really necessarily think that. I think that it definitely fits in well together, but there is a bit of a difference. You can see the size of the base here compared to the size of that base. So definitely consider that if you're planning on picking him up, because he will take up some room. All right, guys, and then we have the the comparison between one of my biggest statues, Killer Croc. He is my biggest statue. There's no question. Right next to Batman Hush. So Batman Hush, not near as big as Croc. It definitely is a bit wider than Croc is. The base, as you can see, I'll kind of show you close here. The base there compared to the base here. So Croc's base is actually not quite as wide. It's deeper, I think. And again, Batman doesn't take up near as much height as Croc does, but Batman does take up quite a bit of space on the base. I will say that that is my biggest nitpick of this piece, is the base. I really like this front head. I feel like the back head is completely unnecessary. If they just would have chopped that off, I think that the back head kind of takes away from the statue, in my opinion. But I really think if they got rid of that head and they just left the front one, I think the statue wouldn't have been as deep, and it would not take away from the statue. Now, again, this is a small nitpick, but I just didn't think the base needed to be that big. Prime 1 may have done it that way because of the cape and the lean. Maybe they were worried that it would tip over, so maybe that balances it a bit. I'm sure Prime 1 knows what they're doing. They are known for their giant bases, and some collectors, they keep hoping that they'll trim them down just a little bit, but I really do think that this has to do with balance. So anyway, there is that. Again, that's my only nitpick of the piece, is just that the base is a little bit too large, but you can see that Killer Croc's is large too. But quite a comparison, huh, guys? All right, guys, I've been asked quite often to do measurements. Something I haven't really done on my channel. I don't know why, but I do want to measure this piece for you, again, because I know it is a wide piece. I know a lot of you are going to be interested in it. So I'm going to go ahead and measure here, and I'm going to measure up to the top, and he is about 28 and a half inches tall, approximately. So 28, 29, somewhere in there. He is a, pretty short piece, considering he is a 1/3 scale. Probably closer to 28 and a half, I'm thinking. But he is, hunched over, so it makes him a little bit shorter. In terms of depth that you're actually going to need here, from the front of this base here to the back, that is approximately 14 and a half inches, 14 and a half, 15, somewhere close to there. So you're going to need a little bit of depth there, but you're more going to need width. And so here we go with the width here. I'm going to see exactly. I'm going to go corner of the cape to the far corner, just to kind of show you how big that cape is. 32 inches, approximately 32 inches. So crazy. Let's go ahead and figure out overall width. I'm going to go from here approximately to the front over here. I'm going to say that that's pretty darn close to 26 inches wide. 26 inches wide. Again, you are going to need some room for this piece. The highest point on him is this corner of this cape here, but just barely over the ears of the cowl. So hopefully that gives you a little bit of an idea. Again, a big footprint here. Sorry, I'm tongue-tied because again, it's just so big. Big footprint. You're definitely going to need a little bit of room. But the cool thing about the base is you can kind of rotate it around a little bit to get the look that you want. I like the straight-on look. So you can turn that base back a little bit, and I think that'll really help with your spaces. All right, guys, so that begs the question, where am I going to put it? And I don't know for sure. I've considered putting it up on top of the display case up here of my Rogues Gallery Sideshow pieces. However, I don't know if it will just be too big and overshadow it. I don't know, but for the time being, I have put him right here. I think he looks really good like that. As you come into the Batcave, you can see him really well. I like the angle he's at, because that's the main angle you want to see. I mean, you want to see this angle right here. Again, I don't really like him from the side near as much. So I want to see him like that when I come into the cave. And there's still plenty of room here, as you can see, for the poison ivy piece. Hopefully she'll fit right by him. So anyway, I'm going to kind of zoom back here just a little bit to show you kind of, the view I think it will look best at. But we'll see. I really think he looks good right there. Let me know what you think. All right, guys, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed this review. I cannot say enough good things about this particular piece. Yes, there are a few things that I did nitpick about this, particularly the base just being way too oversized. It didn't need to be, but maybe it did because of weight. And again, that's just something that I'm guessing on that. But this is a beautiful piece. If I had to rank it, right now I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. A really well done piece. It's painted beautifully. I cannot say this enough about Prime One Studio, that everything that you see in the prototypes are either exactly the same or improved. And in this case, it was way improved from what they first originally did. He was more hunched over. His face sculpt wasn't near as good. His cape was really, there was no detail in it. This has been improved so much, and so I appreciate that as a collector. And I am going to once again say that if you ever doubt getting a Prime One piece, please do not doubt yourself. The only thing you should doubt is whether you have enough money for it or whether you have enough room for these pieces. Do not ever question the quality that you're going to get in hand for a Prime One piece, because they are second to none, best on the planet. I absolutely love these pieces, and I hope you see that in my enthusiasm, because this piece and all the pieces that I have in my collection, they mean so much to me. They are just nearly perfect in every way. And for somebody that spends this kind of money, I know a lot of you out there say, for this kind of money, we should be getting this kind of quality, and I agree 100%. And with Prime One, you absolutely do. Again, 9.5 out of 10. I really enjoyed this piece, and I would love to know what you think about it. So please, in the comments down below, please let me know. You guys were awesome with the unboxing video. I had so many comments that you guys left. So thank you guys, and thank you for the congratulations on getting this piece. Also, that means a lot to me. But please let me know what you thought about this review. Please let me know if you got this piece, or if you're planning on getting this piece because of my review and unboxing. I love to read that I inspired one of you to get the piece that I review. So that means the world to me. So please make sure you leave that down there, and also give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down or whatever. It lets me know if I'm doing the right thing or the wrong thing. So anyway, I cannot thank you guys enough for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm excited about it. I hope you can tell I am, because I am. And I cannot wait for the other Hush pieces that I'm going to be getting in. Poison Ivy and Huntress are next. I've contemplated getting the Superman, but I just don't think I can swing it. I really want to focus on Batman. So anyway, Ivy should be next. I cannot wait for that. So definitely stay tuned to the channel for that. Also coming up here next week will be Mr. Freeze exclusive, the Arkham Origins from Prime One Studio. Again, I cannot wait for that piece. That is going to be maybe even more epic than this one. So stay tuned to the channel for that. Make sure that you stay tuned to us. Again, hit that notification bell. That will let you know every single time I post a new video. And I think that's it. I can't thank you again enough for watching today. Thank you very much. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you right here in the Batcave.